Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. Okay, we'll see how long this takes me to mess up. All the rack rails have been cut to the right lengths, and they are going to go on here. Now, what I've decided to do is inset them. So I'm not going to have it right at the edge like I have in the past. I'm actually going to put it back a little bit. Not much, but just back a little bit. Using the square here, all I did is just put up against the side there and just made a mark. And that's going to be good enough for how far I want that set in. The next step is to, just to make life a little bit easier, drill holes where these things are supposed to be. Put the battery in. I'm working on almost a dead battery, so we'll see how well this goes. The wide space is supposed to be on the bottom. And all I'm going to do is match it up the best that I can. And let's see here, if I do this, I should be able to just drill a starter hole there, and yes, drill a starter hole here, and one in the middle. I'm not going too deep into this thing because I don't end up going right through it, and do it this way, just to get it a little bit further in there. All right, well, here's the moment of truth. Is this actually going to work? This seems to be matched up. Of course, the one thing that I did forget was a screwdriver. So what I'm doing is just heading over to my other cabinet here. Got a screwdriver. I'm not going to put these all the way in. I want to make sure that they're kind of even before I commit to anything here. Yeah, with a screwdriver it works a lot easier. Okay, so then we're going to do the top one here. All right. It's fairly even along there. What we're going to do is maybe undo this one a little bit. And yeah, it's right up against there. So what's going on here? Yeah, okay, I must just had it caught on something, because it wasn't even before and now it's even. Okay, put this one in. I think that's more even. Maybe that's what the problem was. Okay. So let's put a hole right about, measuring it again here. Actually, what I'm going to do is put the second one in instead, because this one was really lined up well. I don't know what happened with that other one. Typical fashion, something happened. Okay, now when I put this one in, good, good, good. That works. Okay, so then we're going to put in the third one over here. And this is saying that can always be adjusted later. Of course, so we're going to put that in there. Okay. So far, so good. And that can go there. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one. This one has to be a double, though. That's the problem. Let's see if we can get it right this time. That goes there. That goes there, okay. That all looks good. So we'll drill a hole down here. Okay, line everything up, make sure it's all good. Put a hole in here, right about there. And the third one should be right here. Now with this one, because this is in the center, I'm actually going to go all the way through it. I should have a board on the other side. All right, or will I? Let's see here. Maybe I won't have to. Originally I was thinking I was going to, but maybe not. Because this way, if something does go wrong and I end up making a mistake, perhaps that's not going to be as bad. So, now with this one, that went there. And I'm using this one here. So, let's see now. That should line up. Put this in the top one. Put this one in the middle. If I can. And put this one, put that into there. Once again, custom built rack unit that is absolutely top quality. This is not. But will it work? Yeah, sure it's going to work. It'll do what it's supposed to do. So I'll put this in here. And all I'm doing is making it difficult for when I go to do the other side of this thing. Because I won't be able to put down on the desk to screw it in. That's why I was going to go through it to begin with the whole thing there. All right. Like that. Okay. It's the second part of this done. Now I need to put in this side. Once again, it'll be offset. It's up against the bottom there. Up against the bottom there. I left a little room up at the top. That's partially why I'm offsetting these things a little bit. So with this, right there. Right there. Now last one, I don't lift my thumb off because if I do, I might lose where this last one is. This last one should be here. It looks like my finger's in the way on the bottom, but it is not. All right. Once again, I know this would not win any safety awards, so don't do this. I have to say, don't do this, just in case if somebody was going to try and do this and then say I said to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. All this will need to be dusted off once it's in place. What's the chances of me being able to get that on there? Probably not too much. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't be doing it sitting here. I'd also be in a different place doing this, where I had a little bit better light and a little bit more room. The third one goes in here. And once again, everything is matched up so far. Okay. It's all in. That's looking straight there. That's looking straight there. Okay, so, well, they're off by about an inch on each side because this is all warped. I should use this end instead. Am I going to care too much? Is it going to look like they're off that much? Yeah, it will, won't it? Really, I should flip this around. I should use this as the base instead. Good news is, this isn't a hard thing to do. Well, I say this isn't a hard thing to do. Watch this not work. Okay. I forgot one of these boards wasn't straight at the end. Because once again, I had to use a handsaw. Now, had I wanted to do it properly, I would have went out and rented a different saw and stuff. Okay. This is the flat end right here. All right, so now this has to be on. If we look at these, we see that's a little bit angled. This one isn't. The second one isn't. The second one is straight. So, should be on the bottom here. Now, that means this one should be here. Now, do the holes match up? Oh, of course the holes are off just by a little bit. Not much, but by enough, of course. If that's straight, we want to line that up there. And that up there. Just make sure that's right. Yeah. That's right. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder of a sell. We're going to put a hole in here. And I'm not going to mess around. I'm putting a screw in there right away. So I don't start getting lost. Oh, for the love of Pete. It's covered up by the sawdust. Wasn't the easiest find, but it's there now. So there, that goes there. And that's now made everything else secure. That's on the flat bottom there. Actually, can I even do that? Nope, I can't do that. Okay. If I had sandpaper, I'd do it a different way too. I know, that's absolutely ridiculous. But it worked. Okay, so now we'll take this. That's exactly where it goes. This one right here. Once again, it looks like my finger's underneath where it is, but it's not. All right. And we could tell it's not because it did go right through the board. Okay. Now let's try doing this. Okay. That's in there. Good. Okay. Let's hope the other side goes as well as this one. That's tight there. That works well for that. That sits well on there. It's right at the bottom. This is right at the bottom, so that shouldn't be a problem. So then we have to look at this one, which goes here. Now, once again, the holes are all going to be off. Not by much, but by enough. Oh, this is criminal, because this is off just by such a small amount. I can't just squeak that in there, can I? Nope, I can't. Oh, it's just so close. Because these holes are absolutely so close to what the original hole was. And we're just a little bit off. I'm going to have to put a hole here. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. They're just too close. So I don't know if that's going to work or not. I doubt it. Let's see. I made that one just off enough. Am I able to shift it? Oh, I might be able to pull this off. Maybe. I'm not sure though. Oh, I don't know if that's going to be able to work. All right, well, I guess it is what it is. I might be able to pull this off yet. Okay. If I put this here, Can I? Put a hole there and see if this will work. Huh, okay. Well, put this one the rest of the way in, I guess. All that's left is this last one. And everything looks level and wide. Okay, so... All right. Okay. Looks about right from the front. Okay. So in there, just inset a little bit. If I set it down, seems to be okay. What I am going to do, though, is get rid of some of this dust on this thing. The front of that there. And there's that. That's this. Okay, so there's just the one thing left, and that's over here. Put together. Okay, this time I'm going to check. This is the flat end. Measure it up. Put up against the line. Hole here. It would also help if these were in the center. That would also be not a bad thing. Nothing like figuring out the method to your madness like when you're on the last rack. Should have done this to begin with. Line it up, make it steady. Put in the middle one so it holds everything nice and tight. To put in the other two things and drill the other two holes. Why I didn't do that on the other two, I don't know. Well, because I'm not an expert carpenter, as you can probably tell. I should build one rack unit the right way. Just once. Just to show that I'm not totally incompetent here. Okay, that one's done. Take the other one. Put it in here. I'm happy that it came with the mounting screws. I would have been in a little bit of trouble had they not. Okay, so with this one, this finishes off the last part of this. So now it's a matter of setting it up and loading it. We'll see what happens. If it looks all right. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.